On Monday, March the 9th, we returned to Big Bend National Park after a 35-minute lineup to get into the park because of the school break. We traveled to the historic hot springs, where we hiked a quarter of a mile to the hot springs. They were dammed off from the Rio Grande as part of a lodge, and the lodge, the stone walls had still remained. From there we went to the Rio Grande village and a lookout over the Rio Grande. There were many outfitters that provided canoe trips and kayak trips down the Rio Grande. We considered doing that, but in the end we didn't. From this lookout area, it was a short distance to go to a lookout to see the Boquillas Canyon. We could have hiked in to get a little closer, but by that time of the day we stayed in the car. From there, we traveled to the center of the park, really, the Chisos Basin. Chisos? The 360-degree panorama video is taken from one spot in the center of the volcanic basin. The area was quite congested with a lengthy lineup to get into the central village. We postponed that and went to the hot springs first. So we arrived late in the day and we didn't have to wait in a queue out on the road. On Tuesday, March the 10th, we left Big Bend National Park and moved to a free BLM campground boondocking site near Carlsbad Cavern. On Wednesday, March the 11th, we toured the cave with hundreds of other tourists, all holding on to a stainless steel rail. After discovering that our fridge had stopped working at the Carlsbad site, we drove 3 hours late in the evening to El Paso, where we had an appointment the next morning at 8 a.m. at an RV fix-it place. After a half-hour fix, we moved on to City of Rocks State Park, where we snagged the last first-come, first-serve electrical site. It was the next morning that they told us the park was closing and we had to be out by 2.